I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from Winter Garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea and dropping wisdom. Don't worry about missing the headlines. We're here to help. It's the Orlando Shine.
It's the Orlando Shine Show with
Heck
John
yes.
and Brenda. Why you go over me?
I just get excited. Start over.
All right, here we go. It's the Orlando Shine Show with John and Brendan.
Heck, yes, it is. And see, I didn't talk over you that time,
Yeah,
John.
good job.
I can learn. People can change.
Can you?
No. Hey, we're hanging out at the Beefy King today.
Will you call it the Beefy King?
I do, just because it's the only one.
Like the telephone?
Yeah, the telephone.
Yeah,
or
somebody
the
called me
Facebook.
on the telephone.
Yeah, we're hanging out at Beefy King in the Milk District today. which is
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite Orlando Main
I
Street.
think this is the first time, at least that I can recall, that you and I have ever done a show at Beefy King.
I think I've done one here with Scotty
You
Campbell
must have.
back
You must
in the day.
have. 'Cause
My gay boyfriend, Scotty Campbell.
I never did one here, so
I apologize.
that's
It's my
okay.
bad.
That's okay. New show, new name,
Yeah.
new places.
They fixed their AC was out for a little bit. They had a 6-day hiatus not too long ago, and they're back open.
It's like a vacation, right?
I would think so. They go hard here, man.
They did. So it was super busy. So when we got here, if
Always.
you've never been to Beefy King or don't know what we're talking about, how would you describe Beefy King, Brendan?
It's steamed meat sandwiches.
yeah, known for their
From-
roast beef, but they have turkey, pastrami, other things.
From the 50s?
I think it was from the
60s?
60s, I think, if
And
I
it
remember
was
right.
a
Actually, wait, no,
chain.
it says get the original 1968 original. So
There you go.
yeah.
And the dining room has been unchanged ever since.
Oh yeah.
So it's this like retro.
Yeah, it looks like a Pizza Hut cup. like this glass here looks like
I
a cup
guess.
from Pizza Hut.
There's weird clowns hanging in some places. They have all of their accolades on the wall.
But they're known for their roast beef and tater tots,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like all that's on the
and
menu.
it's always full of men.
Yeah.
Men getting men and lesbians, meat sandwiches. And I love it. I don't blame them, you know.
I mean, you know what you're going to get here.
yeah, you get the beef.
They ain't changing their logo here.
No. No.
They ain't adding new healthy things.
Jimmy Fallon came here once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember that.
famously
I do
posted
remember
about
that.
It.
Yeah, he was
don't
here.
play dumb.
I remember. No,
you
I
don't need
remember.
to pretend you're stupid to get people to
well,
like you,
no,
John.
I know. I'm good enough looking. But like, I did a
You do
story.
have that shock of white hair in your bangs.
I did a story here a really long time ago, and I do remember they actually did have more than one location at one time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were all in Orlando. If
No.
I remember right, it was up in DeLand or
Yeah.
Deltona or something.
Correct.
And the family had moved down, I think from Michigan, actually,
Uh-huh.
and opened up a Beefy King because I think it was like a local chain.
Yes.
Because it was like a rival to Arby's.
But then eventually those other ones phased out.
They
But this
did.
original one at the core
yeah,
remained
stayed open. Mm-hmm.
and it's been in the family, 3 generations?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I could be totally
their
messing up
kids
that
work
history
here now.
story.
You know, the youngest ones work here now. The grandparents still kick around.
Yes.
and
And I think the guy cutting meat, I think he
that's-
married into the family.
He did marry in, but he's the one running the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
his
yeah.
wife's doing all the real work in the back, crunching the numbers and making sure everybody gets paid.
But they are reopened. It is cool in here. They like Brendan said, they had closed for a bit because their AC was out, but they're going strong.
And there's some good people watching it happening here. Like not just the diners, but also all the cars going by on Bumby.
I mean, I walked in and I saw an attorney that we work with, Jacob Stewart's here, and his dad.
We can't talk about what he's working on
Well,
right now, but interesting.
that's his job. So then, and then we saw Biggie Ben Como, who runs Deli Fresh Threads.
Deli Fresh. If you don't know what that is, they're like sandwich themed shirts that come wrapped up in wax paper, just like a sandwich. Like
Yeah,
a
and he
hoagie.
has a podcast, and he does markets
with
and-
Amy Drew from Orlando Sentinel.
He
there.
does,
Yeah,
he
they
does.
always talk about food. He's great. I
He
love
is.
me some Tony.
Yeah, he's great.
All right. Well, how's your week?
My week is good. I'm trying to think what I did this week. I played a late night hockey game one night. I had a didn't get done till 1:30 or something. Like that.
1:30?
Game didn't start till 11:45.
What time did you have to wake up?
I had to get up the next day to go on the Monsters in the morning on Real Radio
Oh, my
on the show
gosh.
on the station here. So
Okay.
it was an early one,
That's
but
awful.
that's about all I did. What'd you do this week, Brendan?
But you just working away. You know, there's a new issue of my new Webtoon comic out.
Oh.
Look up Fires and Dice on the Webtoon app. You'll see my fantasy-inspired comic book
Gosh,
series.
we're losing listeners
I
as you
know,
talk
they
about
just
this.
hemorrhaged. Went to the third Thursday art opening last night.
Nice.
Which was super cool.
I was down at Sparrow. My wife and I went to Sparrow
Oh, nice.
for dinner.
I love it there.
It was nice.
In the North Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, go check out City Arts downtown, the gallery. They have an exhibit right now. I think it's called Flowers, and it's all of this work from the B-side artists.
Oh yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah, back in the day.
Schwamberger.
Yeah.
He don't live here no more though.
He was here though
Oh,
for the
really?
opening last night. They had all these original members. It was this arts group for these kids that all kind of had a chip on their shoulders at the time, like in the 90s and 2000s
Mm-hmm.
here in Orlando, because they were never. They weren't taken seriously by the art establishment, but it's funny because now they kind of become the art establishment.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Love
I forgot.
that.
I actually did do something this weekend. I was at the Real Radio Poker Tournament.
And how did that go?
Terrible for me. I played about 10 hands, lost every one, and then I was done for the night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, rough night.
Mo did,
He did all right. I mean, he didn't get to the end, but he did better than I did.
and he gave someone $100 for knocking
So
him out.
yeah. He said, if you knock me out, I'll give you $100.
What do you call? He put a
A
reward
bounty,
on his,
they call it. A bounty on his own head.
I think that's really smart, especially because he sponsored.
I came
it.
up with that.
You did?
I did.
Good job.
I did. Thank you. Thank
did
you.
Did you
Thank
ask
you.
ChatGPT for some
No,
tournament ideas?
no.
No, you just
No,
came
that
up
was
with
John GPT.
John.
It wasn't my
GPT?
money, though. I will say that was Mo's
Oh
money.
yeah,
not
Mo's
my
money.
money.
No, he's got the cash. I'm sure he expensed it or something.
It's a business expense.
Yeah.
You're right. I also did see Sister Act at the Dr. Phillips Center.
Oh,
it
for
was
me?
good.
Didn't I send you those tickets?
No, I bought those tickets.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
We were invited.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I should have sent you.
It's okay. I wanted to support the arts.
Okay, well,
it was good. It was a good show.
We have a street team right now. Jim Hobart and Alex Copeland are the only members on it right now.
How does one join the Orlando Shine?
Email me if you want to get out and do things like what we talk about and
For
do little
free.
videos.
Free labor.
I'll send you a shirt and it
Oh,
says
there you go.
Orlando Shine Street Team. You
Uh-huh.
just send in your stuff. Like Alex has been doing it. I think he's on his 4th video now. He just went
Wow.
to the Florida Prize.
Oh, yeah.
This is their last weekend for the Florida Prize.
Which is really great. If you don't get if
Yeah.
you haven't seen it, it's at the Orlando Museum of Art. And
10
it's
up and coming
Florida
progressive artists. And all
I had
from
my
Florida, yeah.
favorites, but
Which were your?
the yarn artist.
Oh, yeah.
by far.
Oh yeah.
Her
They
name
were
is
portraits.
Candy. I think her name is
Candy.
Great,
All right.
fantastic.
Kind of a stripper name.
Well, I didn't name her.
Would you ever name your daughter Candy?
Candy. Well, it's short for Candace, right?
I guess. I think you have to keep that under consideration about like what your daughter will grow into, because candy's a dangerous thing. You want your kid to stay off the pole.
Star. How about Star?
No, Star's
No?
bad. Anything that could sound like a My Little Pony
All right.
probably shouldn't work. You need something that keeps boys away and gets them helps shatter that glass ceiling so they make some more cash.
Okay.
You want to talk news?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's some news this week.
We really did.
We should just dive right into the main one. I
Which
think
one?
the crosswalk's probably
Okay,
the main
let's talk
thing,
about
right?
it.
You want to go over the?
No, that's
the-
a good one.
Why don't you start with what happened?
Because I'm the gay.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
okay.
is your people. Crosswalk people.
FDOT, the Florida Department of Transportation, is working on the directive to remove all art walk that is on the pavement right now. They have deemed it unsafe and non-uniform treatments.
And this is a directive from the federal level as well.
Yeah, and the head of FDOT is friends with the governor. He was appointed
yeah.
by the governor.
I don't see a lot of other states going this far, but
No.
supposedly it's from the federal level
So
too.
they asked, we have connections at City Hall. They've been bugging City Hall for a list of all of the locations in Orlando that have treatments on the pavement, like those crosswalks that have orange slices on them, or
Are they gay orange slices?
They're gay if they're painted, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. All right.
Because that's why they're targeting them. I'll be honest. They'll say no. It's just because it's
But
not
the
safe.
news is that they painted over them.
the big news is that they went after the very first thing that everybody noticed. They did it under the cover of dark.
Yes.
They did not tell the city that they were going to be here.
And we say they, we mean the state
The
or
state
FDOT.
didn't give anybody heads up. They knew that it was coming, though. The city knew it was coming.
Oh.
Because they were supposed to be doing it themselves.
Oh, really?
FDOT asked all of these cities who have them to perform the work themselves to come into compliance, but everyone thought that they had more time.
Because I know Delray Beach had sort of stood up to it, and there's a bunch in St. Pete. Yeah.
Because all of these cities have worked with FDOT to install.
They had to get it approved.
It was approved, right?
Uh-huh.
And actually, FDOT paid for this crosswalk that we're about to talk about, the Rainbow Crosswalk at Pulse, which is the Pulse Memorial Crosswalk. And the FDOT paid $3,000 at least
to
have that painted.
And this was back in 2017.
Yeah, and it was in compliance with the code then, because the code then meant, like, if you painted on the pavement, it has to be framed by big white lines, so nobody can be confused that it's a crosswalk, right?
And this crosswalk that we're talking about, like you said, it's right by Pulse, but it's not on Orange Avenue. It's on the road next to it, which is called Esther Road.
Esther.
I looked it up.
Yeah,
I looked
old
it up.
lady name. Esther.
So on Wednesday morning,
Thursday morning,
one of the
think
two.
about 2 a.m.
Which is a normal time to work
right?
when you work for the state.
When everybody's asleep in the middle of the week, and they painted over it. They just black paint over the rainbow. Couldn't see it anymore. But they didn't stop there. They went, and it's interesting that the other outlets are not picking this up. They actually painted over all of the crosswalks that connect Pulse to Orlando Health.
Yeah,
and because they called that the Survivors Walk, and they had just installed that. FDOT had paid for it. I was part of conversations where people were asking the city, like, they're changing the rules. Are we sure you still want to paint this? And they're like, don't talk about it. Maybe it'll be fine.
And the Survivors Walk, if you don't know, is as you said, from Pulse to Orlando Health. And
it mimics how the survivors
had to get to the hospital.
It's very morbid.
Oh, yeah.
Of how some of them even ran with their friends to the hospital.
And first responders took them from their, police, fire, EMS.
It's
took
like
them
a
over.
Trail of Tears kind of,
Yeah. So they painted over that, too.
They did, and that's interesting too, because those crosswalks were actually stamped like cookie cutters into the pavement. So they're like, when they painted over it, you can still see. We have the pictures up on our Instagram and up on OrlandoShine.com. They just kind of rolled black over them, but you can still see that there's oranges there. And
but the one that's getting the attention is the
Pulse
rainbow
Memorial one, which shortly after. Was chalked back in by protesters,
which I love.
I love too.
I love it.
I love it. The alt.
I told my wife Leanne, like, that's what, if I wasn't in a position to go over there that day, yesterday or 2 days ago. I was like, that's what they ought to do. Just keep doing it every single day.
And chalk isn't necessarily defacing, although we do know that somebody back in the day from Food Not Bombs got arrested for chalking in front of City Hall.
I think a lot of that got dropped, though.
I think it did,
it did. I don't think the government could say you can't chalk on there because it was a First Amendment.
I shared a photo of the guy that originally chalked the crosswalk, but I blocked out his face with a little rainbow thing because I didn't want anyone going after him. But Carlos Guillermo Smith, the representative, has been sharing all those photos.
Yeah. Well, you are in a public place doing something, so you don't really have an expectation of privacy.
I didn't want to serve up to the facial recognition gods who was doing it.
So this got painted overnight, middle of the night.
Night.
People got mad, rightfully so.
Still mad. There was a protest.
Oh, yeah. And so what did the state say, or what did the governor say about all this?
Well, they clapped. I do know, actually, and I shared the statement up on OrlandoShine.com from FDOT, but they're basically saying it's non-uniform. It's not safe. This is a safety issue.
That's crap.
That
is crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that argument online, but that's crap.
At the end of the quote, which you should see it, John, at the end of the quote, they basically say, do I have it?
While you're looking for it, I will say...
I got it right here. Transportation infrastructure is for the movement of people and goods. In this case, while the crosswalk has been restored to its proper form, local efforts are underway to construct a permanent memorial on adjacent properties funded by the state of Florida, which I actually don't think is true. Any attempt to suggest otherwise is false.
That's garbage. It's garbage. Because, first of all, let's go back to 2017 when this was first...
Because they say it's political.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what they're saying. But, was it not political when you approved it in 2017 then? So what changed from...
Was it not political when the governor, who is now against it, signed on the wall that these people will not be forgotten.
I mean, he literally was there in 2019.
He was there.
So there was no problem in 2017 when you approved it. There was no problem in 2019 when you were here as governor. There was no problem from 2019 to last week in 2025. And there's been no deaths there in terms of car accidents. There's been no people getting hit. There's been no safety issues.
And I'll be honest, as someone who studied city planning, we learn in school these are called visual speed bumps because they are scientifically proven to slow traffic.
Yes.
If people see these things on the pavement, they're like, oh, I'm entering a place that's not normal, and they slow down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And there are studies that say they make them safer, like you said. And
I've reached out to some people who specialize in these things and actually work with government agencies to install visual speed bumps for a quote. So hopefully we can get a little story out about to kind of debunk the rumor that this might not be safe.
It's garbage. It's a garbage excuse. And
what is not safe is that if somebody sees it and then they get rage filled with gay panic because they're driving over a rainbow and they're afraid it makes them gay because they drove on it. And then they get mad and run people over.
From the state's perspective, if you don't like it, just say that. Just be like, you know what? We don't like gay people.
Right?
And that's why we painted it. Don't say it's safer. Don't say any of that. It's like, we don't want you here.
And then also, it is, and I did see people, I don't want to say his name, but there's places like the political Orange County politics Facebook group.
Yeah.
The guy who runs it. He's saying this is
and loses a lot of elections.
Consistently loses.
Never seems to win.
He says that this is a non-issue. What we should really be looking at is where the money went for the memorial.
Two things can be true at the same time.
That's what I was going to say.
The point is you don't want to get in arguments with people online, but
too late.
You can believe both things, and obviously it is an issue because you had people show up and it mattered to them. So it might not be an issue to you. That's fine.
And you could say it's not a news issue, but every news outlet in Florida is picking it up,
and nationally. I saw it on NBC News. I've seen it all over.
I saw that Alternative Park Service people picked it up.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And
so
that'll blow up.
To just say, well,
it'll
this
probably
ain't
end
an
up on Colbert later.
To say this ain't an issue is not genuine. So
how dare they?
Yeah.
And then the mayor even said it was, what did he call it?
Devastating.
No, a callous action.
Oh, it is.
A callous action.
It
is. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
And
there's a lot of distractions in Orlando. I mentioned this to you, Brendan. You can drive around Orlando, and I can see a volcano on the side of the road, and that distracts me too.
Yeah,
granted it's on private property.
There's a giant digital board on the side of the Kia Center looking out over I-4. That's more distracting than driving over a little rainbow
on a road that is not really heavily trafficked. That road, Esther
Nobody's
Road.
driving down Esther, but the people who live up that street.
Yeah,
and those people that they wanted to put in the homeless shelter back there.
So they know exactly what they're doing. They knew exactly what they're doing. So I'm curious to see how far it goes, because there are other crosswalks that aren't necessarily rainbows, but they are decorated.
And I've reached out to FDOT and I asked for is there a hit list of all the places that you're going to be removing? I'd love to hear about it. And they did not answer. You just sent me that statement, and so I responded again. I was like, okay, but again, what are you going after? You could tell us.
I feel like if you're going to do it to that one, you have to do it to all of them.
There's some just up the street here on Bumby in the Milk District that they just put in like a year or two ago that are beautiful, and it just lets people. I will say, and I'm going to say, and everybody knows I'm progressive about this kind of thing. It just breaks up the monotony of the asphalt, so that people are supposed to walk on it, and maybe don't park your car on it and let the pedestrian go by.
So what about those green lanes in Audubon Park where the bikes are? Are those going away? That's different.
That's different.
It's different.
Okay. So if they can make an exception for a green bikeway, they can make an exception for a rainbow walkway.
Yeah, and I'm curious, in other parts of Florida, not big cities, but somewhere like the Villages, is there anywhere in the Villages where they paint it on the ground so those old folks know where to go?
There must be rainbow walkways at churches, right?
I don't know.
Rainbow's a big Christian thing too. Not just the gays own the rainbows.
Well, God owns a rainbow.
God owns the rainbows. What do they?
But it is a good point. If there was one that was red, white, and blue, would the state paint over that one because it's unsafe
It'd have to have a blue stripe in it. They'd probably leave it, but I wonder, why don't they do? Are there any American flag crosswalks?
I don't know.
What if we do that and then we just kind of make it a little gay?
How would you do that?
I don't just kind of give it a little limp wrist.
I guess the next question though, Brendan, is like, what is there anything that can be done besides having to chalk it every single day? Because it rains a lot here in Florida. So do you keep chalking it?
Someone's gonna come spray paint.
You think? But like, even that is
so.
Then is it just a game of cat and mouse for the next 10 years where we paint it, you paint it, we paint it, you paint it?
But people love it. It's going to be like a votive prayer, like a mandala. Like art is impermanent. People will love just going out there and resetting it.
So like, let's extrapolate that a little farther, Brendan, and say, okay, let's say I paint it, then the state has to repaint it. Now you're costing more money to the state where you could have just left it alone.
That was another one of my questions. Was like, now that you've prioritized repainting these,
and they are not
where
repainting,
are you bringing in the money?
Yeah.
Where is that money coming from? Because there's not discretionary funds at FDOT. We know that because they wait 10 years to do some of these projects. What project is getting less prioritized because you want to repaint these crosswalks?
Yeah, and it's not free to do it. You got to pay those workers to be out there.
They're not volunteering to do it.
And also, like, I was thinking about this when I was at my house the other day. There's a crosswalk near my house that, it's getting a little older, probably does need to be repainted. If I wanted to that repainted, just white and black, just as a regular crosswalk, how long do you think it would take FDOT to come out and repaint that? Probably 5 years. Because they'd have to study it, they'd have to find a crew, they'd have to come do it. And yet this one happens so quickly.
So quick. Patty Sheehan said that. She was like, nothing happens that fast.
No. Yeah. How long would it take to get one installed? 5 years. They'd have to study the road for 5 years.
They didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So somebody, has prioritized this work over all the other work that we're waiting for them to do.
Yeah.
Colonial's supposed to be getting redone. Mills 50 is supposed to have traffic islands. We're waiting for them to resurface Corinne Drive through Audubon Park. For how long, and then they're going to, and they keep telling us, there's processes for all these things. But if you're going to fast pass painting over crosswalks because they're gay, get out of here.
Yeah. All right. We're here at Beefy King hanging out here in the Milk District. And we'll
having a nice jovial conversation. When we get back, we're going to talk about how nothing good happens after 1 a.m. at Taco Bell Cantina.
Okay.
Orlando Magazine Women of the Year nominations are now open. Do you know a woman who is making a positive impact in her community? Maybe she's a leader or part of a team, someone who's working behind the scenes or out in front, an educator or a student, a high-powered executive or a volunteer. Orlando Magazine wants to meet her, and they want to meet women like her as they celebrate Orlando's Women of the Year. Each year they take nominations from readers, and the honorees are honored the following spring. This year, the Women of the Year will publish in Orlando Magazine's May 2026 issue. If you know a Woman of the Year, reach out to Orlando Magazine right now.
Hey, is this the Orlando Shine? Girl, you are not going to believe what I just heard.
Call it in, spill the tea. Shine will play it on your radio, baby. Hot tips, wild news. Every Friday night, Orlando Shine's got your gossip in the spotlight.
Hey, y'all, you've been listening, but now get in on the action. Just click, speak, and be heard. We want to put you on the radio. Give us your tea.
I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
Welcome back to the Orlando Shine Show with John and Brendan.
That was John. This is Brendan. We're not going to talk about crosswalks anymore.
No, you heard my spiel. You don't need another 20 minutes of it.
It's done. You're still with us, hopefully. We got a million things to get through.
Lots of things.
But first up, Orlando Weekly just released their best of results. Congratulations to everybody.
Before we talk about that, I want to give the Orlando Shine a shout out. If you're not following, go to orlandoshine.com.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The old name of our show was recognized as second best podcast by Orlando Weekly, and thank you for that.
I'm flattered.
That's our dead name, though.
Yeah. I also like the link that they put in was like an episode from like 6 years ago.
I don't know what they're doing.
Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate
thanks,
it.
I guess.
They could have also put now called the Orlando Shine
That's
Show.
what the magazine
Do a little
Orlando
bit
magazine
of research
did, Dan.
on it.
Yeah, no, but nothing. Whatever.
But all the results are probably out by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't pick up an issue.
I don't. That might not be out yet. Maybe that's
I didn't
this
win anything.
Wednesday.
This is the first time where I
No?
haven't won anything.
That's what happens when you go to your house and sleep all day.
Sleep for a month, I guess. Yeah, I couldn't remind everybody who I was. But congratulations to everybody. You had things you wanted to talk about?
So I know the Weekly has been doing this for years and years, and I know we get Best Podcast every now and then, or voted in there, and a lot of people I know win Best of awards. I'm a little curious because I have seen some complaints online as well. There's
Always.
one in particular that I saw several people sort of complain about, and that was the Local Influencer Award.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of local influencers now that are on
Yeah.
Instagram and TikTok, and they have huge followings.
Somehow I'm not fat.
Yeah,
She's great.
There's a beer cutie food or
Beer
beer.
cutie. Oh, she's killing it.
Food cutie. I don't know the
The
order.
algorithm's loving her right now.
Caitlin XOXOXO.
Lemon-hearted.
Yeah, all and she actually did. I think get in there.
good.
But the
Orlando Shine.
The critique I was seeing was like the person who did win hasn't posted anything in like 3 years.
It's not up to them, though.
But like, don't you feel like as the editor,
could disqualify it?
Yeah, because like I don't even know if that person's alive still.
I think it gets to the point when the editorial goes through those things, right? Mm-hmm. That's what people voted for. And as
But
someone
how?
who has worked on the Orlando Weekly Best of before, you don't want to tamper with it too much because then when people
but
start
like-
getting mad on social, you're like, well, that's what you
But if
voted
Beefy
for.
King won Best Seafood Restaurant,
Tom and Dan won Best Religious Leader like 6 years
so
in
at
a
some
row
point
or
I
something.
feel like you need to step in and be like, all right, we have a job as editorial to do something. Because even the one that Representative Escamane won, not elected leader, like she's an elected leader.
She's elected.
So
She
like,
did?
yeah,
Oh,
she
that's
won
funny.
Best non-elected leader. Well, she's an elected leader, so somebody needs to step in and be like, she can't win this award.
Well, that should have been fixed.
I know, because
Yeah.
it's like
and
not
then also
really
for
true.
podcasts, I like thank you for naming us the second best podcast. We are on the radio first,
Yes.
so like
Yeah.
like if you're gonna nitty gritty it, we are on the radio.
Anyway,
so-
that one I just thought it was interesting because some of the influencers were like, "Well, this doesn't really make sense because this person doesn't seem to exist anymore." And she might be the person who won. I just don't understand how you can be an influencer and you haven't posted anything in 4 years.
I don't know. Should we have him on?
Sure.
Let's ask Jessica Bryce Young to
Sure.
come on and give
I
us
would
a-
love to hear.
Let's
And,
just do an
maybe
interview
she
with
isn't
her.
involved in all the the winners. I understand that. It's just
I wonder if she'd come on. Let me ask her.
okay. I just do think at some point it wouldn't kill anybody to maybe have a little editorial in there.
Okay. I want to hear.
Okay.
Let's hear from them and
Okay.
give them a chance to
All right.
stick up for themselves.
Okay.
Tacos.
Tacos. I do love tacos. We are at Beefy King.
Everyone loves tacos.
Not everybody.
Well,
I
unless
was
you're
promised
racist.
taco trucks on every corner
Yeah.
at one time in my life, and that hasn't happened yet.
When did that happen?
You don't remember that?
I remember the result of that. I
it was
don't remember
when
why.
Trump was running the first time, and he was like, "Do you want taco trucks on every corner?"
And we were all like,
I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I do."
Who
That
doesn't
sounds
want a taco
pretty
truck?
good?
That's funny. So there's an Instagram account I'm following called Meanwhile in Florida.
Yeah, a lot of people are following.
Because he's showing things that nobody else is showing. And I've wanted to see this for a while. Every time somebody does like these candid videos in downtown Orlando in the nightlife, I get really excited because the city doesn't like those happening.
That's what's happening.
But that's what's happening. It's a real slice of what's happening
If you're not
downtown.
familiar, it's literally a guy walking around with
Ray-Ban,
Meta glasses,
like what I have, the
and
Ray-Ban Meta
just
glasses.
walks around, really.
And that's all he does. You know, you can tell when he's looking at boobs and stuff, which
Uh-huh.
is funny. But he's just walking the streets. He must be black. You know, like
Why do you think?
just because of the way people are interacting with
All
him,
right.
and who is and how he relates to the people when sometimes they catch him and stuff. It just seems.
Is
very,
it you?
No,
You got medical. Are you covering for yourself?
I would love to do it, but
Uh-huh.
people wouldn't interact with me because I would stick out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like 'cause they would look at me like, "What are you here for?" Because I look like a
you're a
narc.
cop. Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
narc.
Yeah.
Like versus
Canadian cop.
He is there and he's a part of the scene and nobody's.
but
questioning
he's
it.
literally not doing it. He just walks around,
walks around
and
with his
films
glasses
and posts it.
And I would repeatedly see, you know, he catches fights and,
Uh-huh.
and like there's all these brawls that happen at Taco Bell Cantina
Yeah.
that just keeps happening. And I was like, I'm curious how many times OPD has had to go in there and break things up. And when they break things up there, they're using like tear gas.
Really?
Like they are
spicy.
Maybe
just adding spice to those tacos. Like, do you want hot sauce?
And
I want the
everybody's
pepper
watching
spray.
through the windows. Like it gets great pepper spray. And so I did a request. I did an information request. And so between August 8th and August 4th, 2024 to 2025.
1 year.
1 year. There were over 200 calls.
Wow, that's a lot.
I think that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Not one every
one
day,
place,
but you're getting there.
And some of them were for people outside, like homeless incidents,
Yep.
or there were fights outside. They had to interact. But for that specific address, over 200.
Wow.
And
probably more than anywhere else, I would think.
Yeah.
That probably ranks pretty high.
And then I did a heat map. Mm-hmm. And this is the great thing about ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. So I had this Excel sheet from the city of all the information.
Yeah.
I threw it in ChatGPT, and it made me a heat map of the incidents. And so I could see, corresponding to time and day when they get called the most. And it was after 1 a.m. on Saturdays.
Sounds about right.
It was like a hot mark right on that heat map of like.
So really Friday night bleeding into Saturday morning.
It just begs the question, I don't think they have to hire. They serve liquor.
I think they serve. Do they serve liquor or beer?
Booze.
Beer and wine.
Okay, they serve
or
booze.
Beer. I mean, who's drinking wine with their gordita? It's a fancy person.
It's for zeal.
I'll take a gordita and a Cabernet.
I'll have the rosé with my pork gordita with my Crunch Wrap Supreme, and they anyway.
So the question
I don't think
is,
they have to pay extra for police,
which is not
it
fair.
Seems like they're a hot spot.
That's not really fair if those bars have to pay for off-duty cops.
And if you're serving people,
and obviously getting cops there all the time,
and they're open after midnight, do they need an after midnight?
It's an interesting question. It's an interesting question, and it sounds like they're the cause of. I won't say they. It's not just Taco Bell's fault. But that address is the cause of a lot of incidents.
Yeah.
That everybody has to deal with, and you're not having to pay for off-duty cops there.
Or at least maybe don't let them be open that late on Saturday. But I'm sure it's the busiest night of the week for them.
Probably.
But they had to remove all the furniture in there.
Oh, really? It's like
no
a
chairs.
WWE match.
It is. And people keep saying they're going to open a Waffle House across the street. Just because that's notoriously late night crowds, people interacting after the bar and things happen. But
could you imagine working there?
I wouldn't.
I mean, but they got to find staff to work there.
There's people working there.
I know. I feel like I would find another job that pays roughly the same. There's got to be jobs
somewhere else. Can I because you could choose a boring, Taco Bell, like the one over here on Colonial.
I mean, maybe there's hazard pay if you work there.
If you work downtown,
yeah, maybe or maybe double
tips.
The pay.
Maybe they get tips.
I don't know.
Maybe they like being a part of something.
I was going to say maybe it's like an abusive relationship.
Maybe.
They're like,
as someone who just got out of an abusive work relationship, I can say sometimes you fool yourself into staying.
Yeah.
You don't know. You're that frog in that boiling pot. I just did a piece about how to save the downtown movie theater. Which
really?
I'm very proud of.
How are we going to save it?
Well,
give me the bullet points.
I asked some experts, John. I phoned a friend.
What's the name of the place that closed? What was the
Plaza Cinema Cafe.
And it's been closed for a year?
Yeah, a year. It closed right on New Year's-ish.
That seems like a bad time to
apparently
close.
It was because an ex-employee slashed all the movie screens.
Oh, really?
And they were already just kind of eking by, and they were like, oh, well, we can't fix those screens, so they just closed. That's what people were multiple people commented that on this story. So anyway, it's the first of a new series. It's called Let's Fix It.
Let's Fix It.
And I will find something, I will identify an issue or an opportunity, and then I will interview experts in the field and ask them for their feedback on what they would do.
How would you fix a rainbow crosswalk? Just leave it?
Repaint it.
With brighter colors.
With brighter
Maybe it
colors
needs to be
so you can see it. And it needs to be raised so you slow down. I think they should be raised anyway.
All right.
Yeah, we just anyway.
Go ahead.
You got me down a
So
rabbit hole.
how do we fix this movie theater?
Well, I talked to Ryan Young, the architect over at Interstruct, and he had some great things to say. Like the front shouldn't just be a lobby; it should be like a really cool cocktail lounge.
I like it
because it turns out 70 to 80% of a theater's earnings come from popcorn and soda.
I believe
and foods
it.
And things.
$15 for a big thing of popcorn? Of course.
You're not making money from the actual movie.
It's 20 cents of actual kernels.
I talked to Alana Fritzkix, who was with Orlando Fringe and ran the Winter Garden Theater for when it first opened.
Yeah.
So she knows about theater. She's worked downtown. She knows about art programming, and she had some fun ideas for programming because you need to have cool, innovative programming all the time.
It's true because, as much as I know you like that movie theater a lot, and
I did.
maybe
you got to invest in it.
Maybe there does need to be a movie theater downtown. Maybe it doesn't need to be as many screens as that one. How many screens do you know? 8?
Maybe 13 or
Was
something.
it?
And actually, Ryan said, take the ones that are on either side. Don't make them theater, make them multi-use space.
All right.
Put in a stage where people can do musical performances.
Yeah. So what I was going to
nights.
suggest was I can kind of go see a movie a lot of places. So how do you think creatively with that space and make it something that I can't do anywhere else? And I know I don't know,
I reached
comedy
out
or
to
lecture
Enzian for a
or
quote, but they didn't get me anything.
What was it?
I reached out to Enzian to see what their suggestions, but they didn't get back to me.
No. But maybe there are some creative things that I've never even thought of that you could use that space for. I don't know.
There was something called Tap something
dancing?
on tap.
Oh.
Something on tap. It's like comedy or speakers, and you you should have a bar in this space too, so you don't have to leave, and people can linger.
I love it.
The idea of lingering and spending time. And then he said, actually, there's a wall that covers up a window on both sides in those anchoring bookended theaters that look out over Orange Avenue
That's
that were
cool.
covered up. He was like, open that up, make it a multi-use space. People could be doing comedy in front of our vibrant downtown.
I'll be curious if they actually revamp that space or not, or just let it.
I don't know. The city invested in that theater
long
when it
time
first
ago.
opened.
Yeah.
Like big bucks. So I think it behooves them to do it. If they're going to throw money at Orlando Fringe to open up a little rinky-dinky drama theater around the corner, they should be spending that money on a theater. You need a cinema in a downtown.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's if you're looking at a laundry list of neighborhood uses, and that's what the city wants to transform downtown into, is a neighborhood, I think you need a cinema.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
And a better parking garage.
Yes.
It's sort of crummy there.
It
It's
is.
the worst.
And if you're in a truck,
don't
park
forget
there.
it.
You
Forget
see,
it.
It's just scraped to
Oh,
hell.
yeah. Forget it.
Everybody hurts their trucks coming out of there. Parliament House, there's a lawsuit. After a few quiet years, the downtown location...
A few quiet years. It's been quiet for
just
a long time.
It's so great.
I feel like I'm making more progress on my Parliament House in College Park than they are downtown.
When I was remember when I was touring rooftops for the Pigeon?
Yeah, you almost
project I did?
died.
And almost died. That's probably when I wonder if that wasn't heat exhaustion. If that was
I'm sure it was.
Maybe that's what
Should have been doing
off.
it at night, maybe.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it was so hot. And I keep thinking about where I collapsed and got a little
Could have
chemical
fallen
burn.
over the roof.
I could have died. I could have died. Anyway, I'm still paying that off. Oh no, that one got comped. Anyway,
Yeah, you got a coupon.
I got
one
a coupon.
free
Orlando Health comped
pass
my
out?
ambulance. That
Yeah.
was great. What was I saying?
You're talking about
We
Parliament
went in there.
House
So I got a tour. We went into the Parliament House space
at City Arts.
at the
Former
old City
City
Arts
Arts.
at Robinson and Orange. And so if you don't know what we're talking about, Parliament House, the owner said that they were going to open a new location in downtown Orlando alongside the people who own Sly Fox. The
Wall Street folks.
I can't remember the name. I'm sure Garrido and Co. is what the name of their financing group is. But then it just never happened, and
This
did
was in like
some-
2021 or 2.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
a while. It's been a while.
a long time, and so but they've done some work, and actually the floor is all poured.
Nice.
The bars are finished.
Great.
But there was something a concrete subcontractor or something did some bad work, and now they're suing that subcontractor for $3.9 million.
Wow. Insurance would maybe cover some of that
We'll see.
if they have an insurer.
And I'm not allowed to share the photo, but their marketing person who works with Parliament House sent me a photo of what the flooring looks like, and he says they're basically almost ready to open.
Really?
But they don't want to say anything because they keep hitting these hurdles. And I don't know if I'm just
All right.
being
I mean, I hope it opens. I joke online like I don't think it'll ever open, but like I hope it does. Especially
I don't
if
think
they've done all this work.
But if that's an issue, then why not open the other one that they promised to open in Ivanhoe Village on the rooftop?
There's just so many Parliament houses.
It's too many.
Maybe just open one.
Too many. And actually, speaking of rooftops, I have a map. If you're looking for a rooftop bar or restaurant to hang out on, because there's a breeze, right?
A hot breeze. I mean, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside.
It's a little better than a roadside patio. Rooftops are better. I made an interactive map. You can see that up on OrlandoShine.com. Oh, and then shout out to Scotty Campbell, my gay boyfriend, who did a great piece on Jelena Baker, who's starting a women's golf league.
Oh, okay.
Did you read that?
I saw it.
Okay.
I need to read it. I think
it's really good. It's called her 1934, is the name of her new league.
Love
and it's
it.
named after the first women professional
Where are
golf.
they playing? Is there somewhere they're playing specifically?
All over. It's like a meetup thing.
Oh,
You'll
okay,
learn
great.
how to golf. If you're a woman who's wanted to learn golf, but you just didn't feel like welcome at courses and your girlfriends don't want to go, this is a great way to get in.
Great.
And they just did a big event at Top Golf where they were just practicing their swing. Scotty went. And, yeah, and
Well, they're like, what are you doing here?
No, they were talking him up. He actually came back because he dressed really cute, like in a 1930s get up, but like with Orlando Shine,
like a newspaper boy.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But he had Orlando Shine coloring because he wanted to rep the brand.
Love it.
Because he's so excited, and he said too many people were talking to him. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. He was like,
I'm out.
Yeah, and I was like, well, it's because you look cute and fun, and you were there. People thought you were there to have fun. He was like, well, I was, but then it was too much.
Too much. All right.
Science Night Live is taking place this Saturday, 8 p.m. over at the Orlando Science Center.
I don't think I might have been to that once.
I think I've
It's
been a
busy.
couple.
The time
Packed.
I went, it was busy.
Packed.
Which is great.
They're going to have telescopes out so you can watch the Perseid meteor shower if it's not raining. Who knows? It's raining a lot right now. $20 to get in. If you're looking for something to do with your sweetie, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I wrote about the fencing at City Hall, which has been up for a year now.
We were there 6 months ago at the cafe there, Cafe City Beautiful. Is that what it's called? City Beautiful Cafe?
City Beautiful Cafe.
Delicious. Hopefully they're still open.
Because he's struggling.
Yeah, really, really good.
Because they put up scaffolding and barricades because the facade of City Hall is falling off.
Some of it, not all of it.
Not all of it.
One piece fell.
One piece fell, but then I talked to the city and I was like, what's up? What's up with this?
Yeah, this was at the time.
Well,
recently.
And they said, oh, we have an expert coming out at the end of the week. We'll have a quote. And then, so that was April.
Yeah,
it was April when that happened. And so, and then recently I went by.
They're like, April Fools, Brendan. He didn't show up.
So I contacted them. I was like, well, it happened in April. What did they say? And they said, well, we have to take them all off and put them back on.
Wow.
And that's not going to happen until the end of the year.
Huh.
So the scaffolding's going to be up for like a year and a half.
Maybe they need to do like a Lethal Weapon 3 situation and just blow it up and start over.
Yeah, they're going to have to reaffix all of the facade pieces.
Oh, my gosh.
Because it wasn't really done well. It looks like it was just liquid.
Because they're
nails.
heavy. These pieces are heavy. They're granite.
It's like granite, yeah.
And if it falls on you, it'll hurt.
Yeah.
It'll probably kill you,
So
actually.
it's preventative. I'm suggesting, since it's going to be up to the end of the year, why not make it art?
What? The fencing.
The fencing. Make it cute. Can we put up a wrap on it or something? Like, can we make it something that invites people in instead of like says don't come here? Because it's the face of the city.
I think the state is all about black and white now, Brendan. Nothing color. Nothing color.
It's like saying a rainbow.
It was also. I thought of this analogy with the crosswalk and going back to black and white. It's like how McDonald's used to be. It was like fun place to go, and now they're all just beige.
Beige.
And so you're just making Florida beige.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
Can't we put
fun.
but the president likes to put gold things on. Like, did you see what he did
You
in
think
the
that's
White
just
House?
all from Hobby Lobby?
I think
it's just like
they're like stickers.
Oh yeah,
it's like gold stickers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It looks like trash. It looks like if somebody who was poor and won the lottery and wanted to put in their mansion,
what they would do.
They would stick gold, fake gold up.
I have a friend that got hired maybe by National Geographic to photograph in his place in Trump Tower.
Yeah.
And she took a selfie taking a poo on his gold toilet. Yeah, I've seen it. And I'll always think of that.
Huh.
Like, who poops on a
Do you think the
gold
next
toilet?
president who comes in is whoever it might be?
No, it's
It's
all
just
going to
be like,
down.
we're going to take this off now.
Yeah.
And then you're just like with a paint scraper.
And not to defend them, but I have heard that it is kind of a dumpy
the
place.
The White House?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Amy,
old.
Amy Poehler was talking about it on her podcast.
Oh, really?
She said it's kind of like an Airbnb that has had millions of people in it and it just has gross pillows. You're just like, okay, maybe we can swap out those pillows. You know, like
It's old. I mean, it's 100 and some years old.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, we don't need to get into that. Thank you for listening.
yeah, no, thanks to Beefy King for
letting
having us.
We took a table for an hour.
Yeah,
Nobody
we did.
bothered us.
We only took one tiny table, though.
One time we did. We just took a little two-top. Nobody's yelling at us.
And thanks to the Milk District for having us, to Angie, and always thanks to Attorney Mo DeWitt.
Yeah, for sponsoring. And-
Daddy Warbucks, I call him.
Yeah, I like that too. And thank you to Orlando Magazine too.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week, and have a good week.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from Winter Garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea and dropping wisdom.